MLB free agency is one of the craziest and scariest times for MLB general managers, as one big move can change the culture of a team for many years. Because navigating the chaotic time can be perilous, I'm here with Tobe and Piercy to give some big warnings to some of the biggest MLB teams before free agency. So Manny, we'll start with you in the Baltimore Orioles, obviously, finishing at a historical worst. What's your advice to them this offseason?
I have a whole lot of advice.
Let's hear it.
As I would love to hear.
But I guess my main warning would be: don't be afraid to spend money. Don't be afraid to spend money. You have so many team needs. Put the money out there. Don't forget about your veterans as well. Don't forget about your prospects, but really put the money out there if you want to be good.
You don't know Peter Angelo's
the Orioles are notorious for not spending money, and honestly, I don't think I've seen a franchise in a worse state in my 21 years of life than the Baltimore Orioles. My thing to them is rebuild. Dylan Bundy, I say trade him. Yes, his ERA is a little high at 5.4, but he's a very controllable pitcher. He has years still left on his rookie deal before he hits arbitration. Trade him, sell him as high as possible, get prospects, and just develop. You're going to be bad for a long time.
Oh, it's going to be a long time.
All right, Evan. Yeah, it's going to be terrible. Evan, so we'll move to the San Francisco Giants. What do you have to say for them?
This team has been mediocre since 2016, but they've been afraid to admit they're mediocre. They are still stuck on them doing that even year thing where they come out every even year as world beaters and win the World Series. It is over. You saw them get Andrew McCutchen in the offseason. You saw they saw them trade him in August. This team needs to ditch. I really wish they sold Madison Bumgarner earlier because he's been hurt. He had the scooter incident. His value is not what it used to be, and that's going to hurt the team because if they try to move on, they aren't going to be able to get anything in return.
I agree with Evan 100%. I feel like this is a team that needs to rebuild. They need to start rebuilding. They've lost 187 games in the last two seasons.
Yeah.
The last time that they've lost that many games, 1985, 1984. It's been some time since they've been this bad. It's about time that they start rebuilding and they start taking it serious.
Posey, I think, needs to go. I think there needs to be a lot of changes. It needs to be a new look Giants, and it needs to happen soon. The thing is I don't know what you're going to get for them.
All right, last but not least, Manny, Chicago Cubs.
So my warning is don't pay Cole Hamels too much. Don't spoil him. I really like Cole Hamels. I really do. But right now he's sitting at an option, 1 year, $20 million. That's a whole lot of money. And my advice, my warning, you could restructure that. His agent said that he wants a new contract. He wants an extension. What you could do is you could give him a 2-year, let's say $24 million deal, $12 million a year. But do not pay this man $20 million, especially with him being a 34-year-old pitcher.
Yeah, so with them, candy, Halloween theme, Three Musketeers, they're missing that third musketeer. It was supposed to be Schwarber. He's terrible. Get rid of him. Pursue Bryce Harper because no other team is going to do it. In my opinion, no other team is going to give Bryce Harper that money. You're one of the teams that can do it. Put him out there, replace Schwarber because Schwarber he's not up to what Rizzo and Chris Bryant are.
That's all the time we have to talk about the upcoming MLB season.